Greetings, fellow faithful. Bluelunacat here, and we're picking up on Tales of Berseria right where we left off. Oh, expedition has returned too.
Scout ship set.
Okay, so town. There's lots of people here.
Glad to see you made it back in one piece, Velvet.
I'm here on orders from the boss to help you guys out.
We could certainly use it. How are things back in the city?
I came here from Helives, so I don't know how far the suppression has progressed. But I can tell you that the Abbeys designated the area north of Helives as a Class 4 administrative zone.
Which means they've pulled their forces out of the area.
What about the people of Mercio?
Everyone got out safe and sound, although they did petition for the extermination of the Lord of Calamity.
Of course.
I say we make this town our new hideout. When else are we ever gonna find a hideout that comes with hot springs?
That's a good idea. We should leave Kamoana and the others here.
Dial, could you stay and help them out?
As if you even had to ask.
Well, that's surprisingly reliable for you, Dial.
Hey, that hurts. Now get going already. Benwick and the crew are making preparations in Helives right now.
Okay, so the pirates are going to stay here now.
A merchant friend who works with the Abbey told me about this one weird Class 4 island. Some exorcist went there, and when they came back, they were laid up in bed, having awful nightmares and saying strange things in their sleep.
What sort of things?
Stuff like the walls moving and attacking them, fairies flying in front of them. All kinds of weird.
Couldn't those just be demons they saw there?
Hey, I ain't done. Towards the end, they were talking about not wanting to see people's backs, that they hated them.
They hated backs? What could that mean?
I don't know. That's what makes it so strange.
Maybe they saw the back of some demon on the island and they don't want to be reminded.
Your guess is as good as mine. But if you do decide to go, you'd best watch your backs.
Okay. I missed this herb. There we go. Oh, none of the Therians seem to be at work. There's Griffin, the girl, and the dogs. And Snake Lady's over there. Oh.
Hey, teacher. You managed to decipher what the ancient book had to say about Inominat's awakening, didn't you?
Right after we escaped from Titania, yes. I'm just sorry it wasn't of much use to you.
Oh, come on, Grim. I'd say it turned out all right.
That's not for you to decide.
You're not seriously blaming Grim for all that.
No, I'm not. But I'd still like to know anything more specific about Inominat.
Please, tell us what you've learned.
All right? What Inominat needs to fully awaken isn't a large quantity of malevolence, but rather the quality of it, in 8 types. Specifically, he needs despair, hatred, greed, conceit, lust, obsession, cowardice, and selfishness.
If each was assigned to a single Therian, then Velvet would be hatred and Kamoana greed, right?
Medusa would be conceit, Teresa is lust, and Orthrus, obsession?
And cowardice for Griffin. That leaves the Rhino Stagros with selfishness.
But Artorius was trying to steal despair from me. How does that fit in? 8 types of malevolence and only 7 Therians. It definitely doesn't add up. Whatever the case, it seems obtaining this 8th malevolence is the final obstacle before Inominat's full awakening.
I see. That would certainly explain Artorius' behavior. His plan was to foster profound hatred within Velvet, before plunging her into despair. And he used her brother to do it.
If that's true, gathering all the Therians served a greater purpose. Right now, the Abbey has no means to collect despair.
But with Teresa dead, shouldn't a new Therian have taken her place?
Yeah, but after we killed her, The Abbey still went out of their way to try to capture me. That must mean they haven't been able to secure the new Therian. And even if they did, it wouldn't have despair.
That's a good point. Artorias spent 3 long years trying to foster the despair within you. If that is indeed the specific type of malevolence Inominat needs, it must not be something one can find overnight.
Right. We need to attack while there's still time.
Yay.
Indeed. Yet...
Is something troubling you?
yes. It comes down to the very idea of quality where malevolence is concerned. When you talk about the relative quality of something, what you're really talking about is its purity. That would mean that Therians pick out and devour this pure malevolence.
Yeah.
But malevolence by its very nature is impure. Therefore, for some person or creature to become a Therian, they'd need to be responsive to a purity of impurity. Surely few could ever meet such a stringent criterion.
So we don't need to worry so much?
Oh, but I think I know someone who fits that description. Perhaps a certain succession of top exorcists who have tried to suppress and purify the spread of malevolence.
You don't mean...
It's just a concern. For now, at least.
Artorias. Okay. Back to Heli's. Hit every save point. Every single one. Whoops. Okay. Back to the icy coldness. There we go. Save. And go through here. Okay. I do like using the board. That makes things a lot easier. Even if I'm horrible at driving it. Okay, looks like there's a in here.
Look!
Oh,
It's another ingredient for the Omega Elixir!
A unicorn horn, huh?
Hey! Whoa! Careful with that! If anyone other than a maiden of pure heart touches a unicorn horn, it loses all its powers!
A maiden pure of heart.
That's a pity. Nobody here fits that description.
I beg your pardon. Just what kind of woman do you think I am?
Well, when I think of a pure maiden, I think of a princess who's never lifted anything heavier than a pair of chopsticks her whole life.
Your view of women is completely messed up.
Is it?
Well, personally, I'd liken myself to a maiden who's maxed out her purity stat by her 3rd playthrough. But I'll defer to Velvet.
Hey, Fee. Why don't you carry it?
Me? Are you sure that's okay?
Honestly, I don't know. But you're the one who wants to make this Omega Elixir. If you can't get the ingredients yourself, I don't see much point in keeping this up.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't worry about it, kid. Magilou's just quoting some old wives' tale. Unicorn horns are actually just tusks from a kind of whale called a narwhal.
Why didn't you say that sooner? Eisen, you spoil sport. I totally had them on the hook.
At least we've established that Magilou wouldn't be able to hold a real unicorn's horn.
Well, for now, let's report our success to Vidal.
Okay. I completely forgot about the whole Mega Elixir thingamajig. Hey, people don't look like zombies now. Oh. Oh, I passed one of those little quest markers.
You there, Exorcist! Do you know what happened to the Praetor, Lady Teresa? She used to be in charge here. Lady Teresa is the only one who can restore law and order in our town. Please, send a message to the Abbey. Tell them that the citizens of Helives are awaiting her return. Even if the Lord of Calamity herself were to attack, I won't budge until Lady Teresa returns to us.
What will refusing to move accomplish?
If my life is in danger, I know Lady Teresa will come to save me. Her, in that ice-cold glare of hers.
Teresa won't be coming back.
What?
If you really love Teresa, you shouldn't rely on her to protect you. You should become strong enough to protect her.
Whoa, that burning glare of yours. I think I like it.
Wait, what?
Okay. Weirdo. What 3? Oh.
We're planning evacuation routes. We need to be ready if the Calamity or demons show up in town.
When the Calamity attacked the first time, there was massive confusion. Some children got hurt in all the madness. We're preparing evacuation boats, so that we can all flee out to the sea if anything happens.
It's a good idea, but it will be hard to evacuate the entire town by boat. You'd best prepare a land route, too.
That's a good point. But wouldn't a land route run the risk of being attacked by demons?
Yes. You'll need to guard it as heavily as you do the city gates. It would be best if you could devise a way to prevent demons from intercepting the escape route, but...
Some of the exorcists lost use of their malachim. We can't count on the Abbey's garrison to help us.
I'll send a request for aid to the Abbey. But please, don't give up. Try to think of something.
Of course. There's no way we'll give up. You can't rely on someone else to protect you.
Can you really ask the Abbey for help?
I can send a Sylph Jade to some of my old friends from when I was still in training. Even if they refuse to trust a traitor like me, they won't ignore the plight of the people here in Helives.
Okay. And some people are learning to protect themselves, too.
Hey, how long are you going to sit there crying? You can't be a fisherman if you're afraid of some Lord of Calamity.
The demons that wrecked this town are still alive. Who knows when they'll show up again?
How about right now?
Evil idiot! Keep whining like that, and this Calamity whatever will keep walking all over you!
But what can we do? We can't even defeat a single demon.
That's why we take our boats, catch some fish, and make sure we've got enough food to keep on surviving. Didn't they drill anything into that fool head of yours in school? Ugh. Do I have to knock some sense into you? Get up and get the boat ready.
That is one hot-headed dad.
Too hot for any demons to get near. That's for sure.
Okay.
Welcome back! I take it you defeated the Legates.
Yes, but that still leaves Inominat and the Shepherd.
Onward ho to the last battle. Oh, I picked up something nice for you. Here.
Got her an apple.
An apple?
It's a fortune apple. A good luck charm. No real powers, but they're hard to find. Legend has it, they're pretty lucky.
A fortune apple.
But we're the bad guys, aren't we? Maybe what we need is bad luck instead.
I think the Reaper's got that covered.
Aw, that's just mean.
Well, I appreciate the thought. Thanks, Benwick. I love apples.
Just don't eat it.
I couldn't eat it, even if I wanted. Wait a moment. That's right. My power to consume is a part of Inominat. If that's true, then...
What is it?
You want a bite? Delicious fortune apple.
No way. That's a good luck charm.
That it is. One to give you the courage you need to survive.
So, where's our final destination?
The Empyrean's throne.
Sail for Port Zekson.
Aye, aye, ma'am. Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, Port Zekson. What has changed?
Do you think that with Inominat's power waning, people will be free again? Well, the pirates are acting like pirates again. May take longer for others, but I think it's happening. What do you think of traveling around to see for ourselves? I'd like to know what's going on out there.
I'd like to meet the elemental Empyreans, if I could.
That's not a great idea. They're all in various Earth Pulse points, but where those are is a mystery. They could be very far off.
And they might not view us as allies.
Yep, gods live by their own rules. Our business with Inominat probably doesn't concern them.
You're right.
It might be wise to scope out the situation before our battle. As we go around, we might find out more about what Artorias is up to.
Okay. And more chit-chat.
Hey, Rokuro! I heard about a Class 4 island that sounds damn near perfect for you.
An island that's perfect for me. Do the rivers flow with good drink?
Now that you mention it. But no, different island. I'm talking about you as a swordsman. The demons there all run around the island in suits of armor and helmets and stuff, I hear.
Armored demons are not unusual.
Yeah, but what I heard tell was that all the exorcists who got sent there came back with their swords broken. I don't know if they've got swords too, or if their armor is just that strong. But I reckon your sword will be able to stand up to them.
Well then, I've heard worse ideas.
If you believe the tales, that island used to be a place where swordsmen and knights competed to see who was stronger.
Oh yeah, I know the island you're talking about. Craftsmen from all over gave their finest weapons and armor to the greatest of warriors and made them fight. It was as much a showcase for those wares as it was a contest of strength.
So the demons on that island might come at us wielding fine arms and armor.
I'm certainly up for checking it out. I'm curious to see how good the stuff really is.
After all I've told you, you still want to go? What is wrong with you?
They're crazy. But no, we're going to continue main story. Okay. Doop. Oh. Already hit an event. Okay. Excuse me.
So, what was it you needed to say to me alone?
Where's Laphicet?
He wanted to stand watch with me, but I forced him to get some rest. After all this fighting, he needs it.
I owe you. That kid always tries to play the tough guy.
I can't reach the mouse.
Just like the one who named him.
He's nothing like me. His motivation comes from hope. Hope.
There.
The wind is nice.
Yes, the world may teem with hardship and sadness, but it's also filled with beauty. The endless ocean, the islands in the south, Even the frozen tundra and the mountains that spew fire.
It is. And human.
Whoops.
This is the world that Laffy always yearned to travel. I finally understand what he saw when he sat looking out over the ocean.
Beauty.
Eleanor, I have a single favor to ask of you. If anything happens to me, take care of Laphicet.
What? Is something the matter?
Don't.
The power possessed by the Therians and Inominat is fundamentally the same. I have a theory. No. Theory is too rational. A different part of me, something separate from my hatred, wants me to do something. It wants me to leave this world with hope.
Wait, you don't mean...
Humor me, okay? If the worst happens, I'm counting on you.
I understand. You have my word. I'll look after Laphicet. While I'd love to take advantage of this momentary weakness, I can't. My oath is to obey your orders until my dying breath.
Hmm?
I'd almost forgotten about all that. Good thing I kicked your butt after all.
More travel. Oh, nothing else tried to kill us.
Well, the suppression field is gone.
And in its place, rampaging demons.
We expected that. Thanks for everything.
I only did what I felt like doing. Who needs thanks for that?
Let's go. We have a fight to finish with the shepherd.
Yay. Okay. Facing reality.
Inominat's power may have weakened, but I think that'll only cause more of a stir in the cities.
Without the Abbey's exorcists, the people will have a hard time quelling demons.
Are you crying?
I'm simply coming to terms with reality. I've learned to think for myself rather than let others do the thinking for me. It's painful and frightening, and comes with great responsibility. But this is who I am now. It's on me to own up, face my fears, and keep moving forward.
You're a piece of work. But I don't mind having you around.
Yes, I'm not weak like I used to be.
No, you aren't.
You don't have to bear the weight of the world alone, though.
I understand that. I will do only what I can.
You always say that, but then you end up overdoing it, right? If you push yourself to the limit and it's still not enough, there's no shame in relying on others.
Rokuro, thank you so much.
You realize you just thanked a demon, right?
I'm aware of that.
Okay. Save, save. Okay.
We put all our faith in you because you said you could protect us. We endured all your harsh rules and laws.
So how can you tell us you can't defeat the demons because you can't control Malakim anymore?
We don't understand why we've lost the ability to control our Malakim. But even without my Malak arts, I will fight to my dying breath to protect all of you. So please, calm down.
Huh. I'm not listening to anything the Abbey says anymore.
What are you looking at? Yeah, you there. Mean-looking guy. Get over here.
I think I'll pass. Thanks.
Hey, Muscles! Get back here! I'm not through with you!
Please stop. I understand that you're worried and upset, but now isn't the time to be fighting amongst ourselves. Please, let us all stand together. Help us fight off the madness and the demons that threaten our world. And if that's not good enough for you, you can face me instead.
Guess I'm sorry.
That exorcist has some serious backbone.
Aye.
Okay.
Hey, it's you! Margilou's debauchery.
It's menagerie.
I finally get a chance to see the famous Mogilou's menagerie. I've been waiting forever to meet up with you again.
Meet up with us? Why?
Well, with my bad luck, I've always just missed out on seeing your splendiferous performances. So, well, I made my own menagerie. The Abbey is a mess, and people everywhere are scared. Demons abound, and, well, everyone's so gloomy. So I thought that this is exactly the time when people need something fun and happy to lift their spirits. My troupe is still in training, but we're almost ready.
That's wonderful. What do you call yourselves?
I wanted something with power, impact. So behold, we are the Dark Wings.
Dark Wings. Huh.
Hey, what gives? That's a terrible reaction.
You're trying to cheer people up, right? So why dark? And dark wings only make me picture crows. Or bats, maybe.
Really? When I think of the Dark Wings, I think comedy. Maybe I should rethink this. Oh, I got it! We'll be the Dark Smiles!
Sounds like you've got a pretty dark sense of humor. You really want to go with such a dark-hearted name?
Okay, fine. The Dark Magic. No, the Dark Circus. No, that's no good. The Darkest Hour. The Dark...
Maybe you could try losing the dark part.
Good point. All right, then. How about this one? The Peddlers of Joy.
We don't accept solicitations.
Fine. Forget you. I've made my decision. We're Darkwing Menagerie of Comedy. And that's final.
You really went all out. Still, you've got zing, kid. Here's hoping you have many dark years to come. Magikazam!
Thanks. That makes us rivals now, but still. From one entertainer to another. Good luck.
About that Magikazam of yours? You only use that spell when you couldn't care less what happens, right?
What this world needs now is a good dose of apathy. Am I right?
But here's hoping you have many dark years to come. That's not very nice at all, is it?
Magikazam!
Okay. So she's being the dork as ever. And there's another one over here. Oh, come here, kitty soul. Kitties.
I can't get my hands on nectar or a good drink anymore. But thanks to that, I've finally seen the light. I tried drinking lots of different things to help cope with my cravings. And I discovered that a nice cup of tea really does the trick. You can't give kids the heavy stuff. But tea? Kids, adults, the elderly, everyone can enjoy it.
That's a good positive point of view.
I'm thinking about using my life savings to open a tea shop filled with tea from all over the world. Rather than let ourselves get all worked up panicking over the demons, we'd be better off sitting down with a nice cup of relaxing tea.
It'd be wonderful if you sold some tasty pies or cookies there, too.
I know, right? I need to find some baked goods that go well with tea. Maybe I can find a girlfriend while I'm at it.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks. Speaking of which, are you single?
Sorry, think I'll pass.
Yeah, figured as much.
Okay, and we're at 28 minutes, so I'm going to leave this episode here. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, support me on Patreon. I'll see you next video. Bye!